What's up? Welcome to this Tuesday's extended discussion.
Hello. How are y'all doing?
I hope everyone is well on this Tuesday, this January 31st, last day of the first month of 2023.
Oh, yeah.
Cavs are playing tonight. Go Cavs.
Yeah.
Against the Heat. I used to hate the Heat.
The first month of this year is over.
It's going to be 2024 before we know it.
I know.
Which is fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for
Next
summer.
month,
The summer.
You're right. I can't wait for the summer.
I'm cold.
I want night walks again.
Yeah.
And there's actually some in one of the Talk of the Towns. I don't know if your towns, wherever you guys are, have a Talk of the Town.
It probably does.
I know yours does.
It does. There's a Talk of the Town, too, actually.
My Talk of the Town, the Revenge of the Talk. My Talk of the Town isn't quite as eventful, but somebody's been going around breaking into cars and stuff.
Oh, no.
And normally it's like a part of my city that I'm not really in, but when I was looking at the names of the streets, I was like, that's along my walk path. Like, I don't like that. And I don't want to go there, and then people think it's me, so.
Yeah.
It's kind of ruining everything for me, but I hope everyone else is doing okay.
Well, have you changed your path because of that?
I just haven't been going.
Oh.
It's been I've been working on other things, and it's been very cold. Yikes indeed. Yikes indeed. So we have like 20 celebrities to get
like 25 stories.
25 stories to get to in 30 minutes. Let's go.
All right. So,
and feel free in the chat to let us know which ones you liked, which ones you don't believe.
The first one was do you remember the first one?
Yes.
Do you?
It was
It
was Michael Jackson.
was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Do you like my impression?
I
It was
did.
much lower than his was.
Yeah, but it got me. It was the point of the impression is for the audience to know who you're referring to without saying it, and I did. So I think
That's true.
I'm running on very little sleep, which is normal, but even for me right now, it's beyond normal. So I'm gonna be. You got this.
Well, I'm glad that we can come together.
We both took a sip at the same time.
Oh no, it's just dead silence for a second.
I feel like in hosting, like the guidebook, the rules.
We messed up.
I feel like you can't both, unless it's like for a dramatic pause.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't.
I'm glad we can come together and we could talk about these celebrity ghost encounters.
Yes.
Michael is. It's hard to talk about him now.
It's one of those things where it's taboo.
Yeah. Like, did you ever see the Finding Neverland?
I did not. I heard it was just, and one of my good friends, Matt, was telling me it was very disturbing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of documentaries that I'd like to get into. It's just I haven't.
I almost didn't want to watch that one, but my wife made me.
Charlie, we got to talk about Cobain, because I don't know how I know, but... Oh, are you going to talk about your theory on here?
No way.
Why don't you talk about your theory on here? We're among friends.
I'll tell you why. Because this is going to get recorded and put on YouTube.
I'll just blur out the next 30, 40 seconds.
Oh.
You don't have to talk about it.
Okay, I'm not talking about it. You know what? I will talk about it.
You say it like there's going to be a negative consequence for this person. Like...
No, it's not a consequence for them. It's for me. Because I'll feel like they'll hear it somehow, and then they'll kill me.
Oh, I see. It's because of your theory. Oh. It says say it's not Dave Grohl.
Listen.
Do you have any comments?
I plead the fifth.
There you go.
I plead the fifth.
That's the proper use.
So
I for one like Dave Grohl and Foo Fighters.
I also like Dave Grohl.
Say it while looking at the camera, and let me hook you up to a lie detector.
No. What's that say? Oh, cool. Thank you.
Subscribe for 8 months. That's a long time.
Oh, that's
Have we been doing? It's Logan.
Yeah.
Have we been doing this for 8 months?
We have.
It's basically 2024.
Did I start video games before we did this?
Yeah, I think so.
Was it a month before we did this?
That's true.
This might have been 7th.
I don't know. That's true. With the lead pipe in the billiards room.
In the conservatory.
Both rooms where they cut them in half and...
No.
In the green room.
Yeah.
With Mr. Green.
Oh, can I tell you? No, I don't want to say that one either because it's not a nice joke.
How many jokes did you have to cut from this episode? Listen, I was a little bit more unhinged and I wasn't tired. It's just, I mean, it's like celebrities. It's like when you go into something and you have previous knowledge the jokes just like you have them on the tip of your tongue. Whereas like when
Yeah.
he's telling you about like I mean, I like for instance Travis Walton. I knew about Travis Walton, but not he's not like a celebrity.
Yeah, so you're listening more as like oh,
Like a first time listener. But it's like we know who Whitney Houston is. We know who Kurt Cobain is. So.
Yeah.
But we gotta sometimes things gotta be left on the chopping block.
So Michael is one that I think maybe is not. I think that's maybe more wishful thinking than anything else.
Yeah, I think a lot of the ones where it was hi.
Hello.
I think a lot of the ones where it was like, I miss them and I feel their energy in here, and then I saw them and they gave me a nice little back massage and a little kiss on the cheek and said, "Go about my way."
Amy Winehouse, I think, definitely fell into that category.
There was a girl. So in 2011, it was either the end of my freshman year of college or it was the beginning of the sophomore year of college. But I took human evolution biology. It was like one of those. It was a science class, and one of my lab partners, I swear to God, was a younger version of Amy Winehouse. Like same face, same nose. Her hair went up, and I wanted to tell her that she reminded me of her, but it was like right around the time she died, and I was just like, I don't want to say like.
She was like, "You made me want to go to rehab." It was a joke. It was a joke. You could say that one.
I'm not saying whether or not that got cut. The Heath Ledger one was crazy.
That was all right.
It's crazy.
We can jump ahead there. Yeah,
that's like an imprint of him. That would be like.
I really like what you said about it, though. Well, listening back, I really liked what you said about it.
Good.
Because I liked that. Maybe it wasn't him, but it's more about the imprint of the energy.
Like the theater room.
Yeah, I think we should do.
Like if you do a killer job of Guys and Dolls, you might leave a room haunted by Nathan Detroit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of. We should probably do a haunted theater. I don't know if we've ever done a haunted theater.
We could probably listen. I don't have her number. I bet if we text Kendra, we could find a way to do an episode in Sandifer.
We could do it right now, probably.
Or room 28. 28 might be pretty cool.
Oh, 28 is creepy.
Sandifer's creepy. They're both creepy.
I know. Well, I have my one big scary story is from there.
Yeah, let's do that with the Ghost Light. The Ghost Light podcast. That probably already exists.
That's a good name for a podcast.
Does that already exist?
I don't know.
Listen, I've had if this is not hold on. All about theater ghost stories.
Thank you, Logan.
Hold on. The Ghost I can't spell. The Ghost Light podcast. It totally must be.
Oh. I bet it's about theater.
Is it about horror theater?
I bet it's about theater.
Join host Jordan Monsell as he interviews professional actors about their careers in the haunted theaters they perform.
Okay, all right. Well,
dude's genius.
That's pretty good.
Only got 2 ratings.
What?
I'm gonna help him out. 5 stars right now.
That's kind of you.
Done. Don't even know if it's good. I should say, yeah, man.
No.
It didn't give me the option to say anything.
Did you see the review thing?
I'm a little bit.
All right.
But anyway, that and I've been saying it. It's been mostly on Patreon, so you're getting a little bit of free tidbit of info here. Somebody needs to create the
Uber thing,
an Uber podcast. Just collect a bunch of crazy Uber stories, and then maybe now since we first talked about it exists, but at the time there was no Uber or Lyft. I don't think. Just like how easy it'd be to go through Reddit and Quora and just finding crazy Uber stories. People would listen.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to burp from my tea. If you would have told her, she probably would have said no.
Yeah.
That, if there wasn't a fear
of rejection,
no,
of what?
Of keeping that in the episode.
Oh no, I cut that.
I know,
hard.
but it was in there. That joke was in there.
There were a couple really good jokes in there. Aaron stage managed some show in
Edith Wharton's house, and some of the actors saw ghosts or were touched.
That's cool. We saw a ghost in Sandifer. We both did. Different one.
Upper body.
I saw the lower body. And Alex
different times
saw
our friend Alex.
He saw a full shadow person in a mirror, which was like right behind him. It was really scary.
I know you're talking about Gettysburg. We should do an episode. Maybe not even live. Maybe we just do an episode. But then again, I don't know how fun that. Somebody in the chat, when we did Curse Games and you couldn't see us, but you knew that we had all the lights off and just a candlelight, did it do anything for you, or was it basically just another episode? Because that's what it would be if we did.
I feel like I screamed a lot more.
If we went to like Sandifer, or if we went to a haunted theater, turned all the lights off, I made the rehab joke is in 27 Club and it stayed in.
What?
Listen, okay. 27 Club was episode 5 and we had no idea how many people might listen to that episode. We came from a podcast beforehand that averaged like 9 downloads a week.
Yeah,
so
we were killing it.
The beta cucks. So we went from that like
That's
the expectation and the concern about who might hear what was way lower. I would say the first
couple
12
episodes?
to 15 episodes.
Yeah. My wife still calls me a beta cuck. That's funny.
I'll have to listen to that because I have not listened to 27 Club since it must have been August of 2020.
Yeah, that was probably like a 20-minute episode, 25-minute.
It was definitely on the shorter. It was probably 25, but there was something we were talking about beforehand.
Kurt Cobain? No. Heath Ledger.
It's Logan. It's been on the director's cut poll. Y'all just don't want it. I think it was on this most recent one, Black Eyed Kids.
I think it was, actually.
If not, it was on a one recently. But
it was.
You have to get together with everyone, tell them to vote on 27 Club.
Yeah.
I remember listening to it while driving to... Oh, we were talking about Santa Fe Theater.
Oh, okay.
I remember listening to 27 Club while driving to go to a dark park because I wanted to see the Neowise in the sky.
Oh. Did you get to see the news comment?
No, I can... Tomorrow morning, I might be able to. If Joey wakes me up.
He will.
I know. I'm just going to go outside with some binoculars. I'm glad you remember it and like it because I don't. But now you've intrigued me to go back and listen. And get us to download. What?
I'm curious.
Santa Fe Theater. So the question, and maybe someone responded.
Oh yeah, would it be good to listen to?
What does it matter if we do an episode
or
somewhere
is it just
spooky,
like flavor for us?
Yeah, if we do an episode somewhere spooky and there's no video evidence, it's just us recording it and it's not live. But when you listen to it edited, you can feel it. Like, does that matter or does it not matter? Like, is it just might as well just do it up here if we're not gonna live stream it? I don't know. I just think that'd be cool. I also want to do one in the Family Fry Park. Remember where I told you it's a dark park where you can oversee? That'll have to be warm weather.
I don't know.
And maybe not a main episode.
Is it the one in Ohio?
Yes, you can. It's like 15 minutes from here.
I did get really spooked out. Creeped out.
I know, you literally had to turn the lights on.
I did. Yeah. It was scary. It gets dark up here. It's pretty dark up here.
It's dark. Oh, yeah. It gets... Yeah. We also... Sorry. No, it's okay. So recently on Patreon, we watched Ouija.
Oh, God.
The Origin of Evil.
Which is a
prequel, by the way.
I thought it was a sequel.
Prequel. So Claire was saying we've already seen that. And I was like, I don't think so. I realized in theaters I saw the original Ouija. And the movie we watched was leading up to that. Because they talk about Dolores in the Ouija movie.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. So anyway, normally the movie we pick for, I'm glad to hear that it sounded different. Maybe we'll have to every now and then mix it up and go somewhere spooky. Normally the movies I feel like we watch sometimes for we'll pick a good one. Babysitter was good. It was good. But normally they're not scary. There was a jump scare in the movie that me and Charlie both jumped out of our seats in Ouija Origin of Evil. And it made me... I told Claire, I was like, this is one of the scariest movies I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I did not. I didn't do well.
But enough about that.
So this person says Graceland's pretty creepy. I wonder why.
I've never been.
I've not either. Well, here's the thing. Elvis was one of the ones that we both kind of dismissed a little bit.
I don't remember it, to be honest.
Because it's just really nice memories about Elvis.
You just see a ghost twist shaking his hips.
Well, you can
that's
hear
inappropriate.
You can hear his voice and stuff, I guess, and
I said
his wife is you can feel him, but it's not scary. It's just kind of comforting. Which I wonder. I didn't read any stories about fans talking about him. Mm-hmm. But I did see on the website you could submit encounters with Elvis, paranormal encounters.
Really?
Yeah. So it seems to be pretty common, at least.
Interesting.
Oh, snap. Okay. Yeah, absolutely send them, please.
We take all the pictures.
Another one we kind of dismissed. I feel like we just... Well, here's the thing. There's no, like, we said on the episode, there's no, like, really, like, solid evidence ones. They're all kind of like feelings. Tupac Shakur.
Oh, the dream.
The dream.
Who had the dream?
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, no, okay. Why am I thinking what?
Lamar, Logic, I don't know.
Maybe the L. Yeah. Okay. He was like, damn. I was like, okay.
He said, don't let my music die. And then he sampled his interview.
Right.
But that's the only encounter with Tupac. But also, Tupac died at a hospital. Yeah, it's a dream.
It's a dream. Like, I've had dreams about, people. It's just, I wouldn't have a dream about someone and then assume that it was more likely it was a ghost or that conscious being than it was just a dream.
My wanting my inspiration from them.
Yeah, unless, dreams are all about feeling. It's like, and I've said before, if you have a really scary dream and you try explaining it, it never comes off as scary as you felt because it's a feeling. And so maybe he just woke up and it truly felt like this wasn't me. I spoke to... It's like the Sandlot when he talks to the great Gambino.
Yeah. I haven't seen the Sandlot in a long time.
Oh, well, you've seen
I've seen it, yeah. I went to school.
And he finds the baseball card and he's like, oh, can I take this? It's like, no, leave. You would suck today, is what I would tell him. To his face.
Also, Kurt Cobain was a dream as well.
Yeah.
Like, they say they saw him in his house, which I believe. I believe that house is haunted.
Yeah.
I do. But I also believe his wife saw him in a dream, right? So I don't know if that means she was actually seeing him or if it was wishful thinking. It's hard because it'd be different if it was like a fan that stayed the night there. And it was Kurt Cobain that talked to him.
Yeah.
And they found a secret money store in the bottom of the basement. And he said, the house told me. Or, no, her friend told her. Stupid movie.
So if it was true about Tupac, how many people's dreams do you think he went in before Kendrick Lamar's? How many people did he, maybe he felt desperate by the time he got to Kendrick Lamar.
I don't know.
He went to Lil Nas X's dream. He's like, I'm good. I'm good.
Or maybe he was waiting for, someone almost prolific. I don't know. Maybe someone because Lamar is a very incredible musician.
No, I have no problem.
So maybe they're waiting for someone like that, or maybe you're right. Maybe he threw a baseball into everyone's window.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's hard. No one else talked about it. Do you think there's merit to the Kurt Cobain ghost?
Which one was that again?
The one where the people saw him in his house, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also his wife saw him as a dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Dude, you know how how many people your voicemail and you get missed messages. Your voicemail box from sleeping would be so full because nobody can get a hold of you while you're sleeping.
Me?
You don't dream.
Oh yeah, no.
Or you don't remember your dreams.
I don't often dream.
Dude, your voicemail inbox from from real spirits trying to talk to you in your sleep. You got to clear that shit out.
Never. Actually, maybe. Okay, did I tell you I woke up at 3 a.m?
Yeah.
And I had the clearest dream I've ever had, in my life.
Okay, it's probably the only dream I've ever had.
Yeah.
So there's no competition.
I wrote it down because I was like, this would be a good book.
Oh.
That's I can't explain it. I tried to explain it to Stephanie. I was like, oh, maybe this is not a good book. But I enjoyed the dream.
So are we expecting a novel to come out soon?
No, not soon.
No.
But
if it does come out, you heard it here first, so.
Logan said, is anything Courtney Love says believable? That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. Has anyone on this listened to the last podcast thing about Kurt Cobain? Because that's my favorite series.
What about John Lennon?
What about John Lennon?
What do you think of the
I think that he's a Beatle, and he's from Liverpool, UK.
It felt so good to just talk about them for a second.
Not Liverpool, Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's your thoughts on?
No, I think that he was shot very traumatically and killed in front of his loved ones, and I think that's going to leave an emotional scar that will never heal. I think that Dakota is probably cursed with some kind of ghost from that. What do you think?
Oh. None of these jump out at me like. But what I do think is interesting is the fact that they are typically traumatic deaths, whether it's murder or suicide or something along that nature, and typically they're younger. So there is the trauma, and we've discussed in the past with episodes, both ones we've researched, ones that have been submitted to us, that it seems to be a connection between that type of a death and then spiritual activity.
Yeah, well, trauma.
Yeah, so that, I mean, I would say that holds some weight, but it just, like, none of the encounters, like, okay, let me put it this way. If I was researching for an episode,
mm-hmm.
and I found a lot of these, and not like a celebrity, just like a such and such house is haunted, some of these encounters I would pass over. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it fits this narrative for this episode.
I agree.
But if you were just doing like if you were only going to pick 5 encounters
mm-hmm.
out of a sea of Reddit encounters, how many of the ones based on these celebrities would you have been like, oh, that's not enough? You know what I mean?
Many. Because there's, like I said, there's some bangers here. Like, you look for more. You look for, like, physical events. There's not many.
And there's a lot coming from me, because normally I like the mundane. Like, I think the over-the-top ones are great entertainment-wise, and I love adding them to the podcast. But normally it's the mundane things that really feel like it happened, like in a Paranormal Activity movie, like the first half of the movie. Like, that's the stuff where I'm like, whoa, this seems like it has some weight. But even this episode, it's like, it's not just mundane, it's just kind of like fleeting. And I feel like it's just people that knew them that want to feel something from them.
You're
like,
right.
There's that bias, right? It's like, walk into this room, do you feel anything? Versus, this is where so-and-so died,
mm-hmm.
this famous person, do you feel anything? It's kind of like, I feel like, and that's just strangers. Like, if you take, like, loved ones in there, I mean, how do you not? Like,
what about the Marilyn Monroe movie?
That one, probably out of all of them, just based on like shooting a film in the place where she died about her,
mm-hmm.
all that energy. It's kind of like a mix of the Heath Ledger one in the location. You know, it's
and people acting it out.
Yeah, the recreating what happened and the energy in a place where it actually happened. I would definitely say that one feels the most credible to me at this point in time.
There's a couple.
I was gonna say I want to see the movie, but I don't know if I do.
I'd watch it. There's a couple I think are really credible. This one, Marilyn Monroe, Kurt Cobain, and the other one that was shot.
The what?
The other one that was shot.
The other one that was shot.
Oh, Lennon.
Yeah, that guy.
I think those 3 to me are the most credible because they're, I think, the most traumatic. Especially if Marilyn Monroe was suicided.
Yeah.
And she didn't kill herself. If there was that conspiracy element of it, of her being killed, then I think that even ramps it up even more. I wonder what the movie does. I wonder if the movie does suicide, if they do like a conspiracy.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
You got rid of the Imagine joke, right?
Yeah. What?
Yeah. I think so. When we were talking about Lennon.
I did. I got rid of a lot of the like jokes.
That's okay. All right. So, what do you think about the Heath Ledger one?
I think you nailed on the head when you said the energy thing.
It's just crazy. Imagine that's like, it's not quite a tulpa, but you're creating the energy and a spirit of something that isn't actually you.
I think it's just a lot of your energy, right? Like you like, what's that stone tape theory?
I don't know what that is.
It's like the elements around you can like almost shoot or record a lot of energy.
Imagine if there was a room where I watched every Cleveland sports game. It would be haunted by the time I'm 70.
Yeah.
And I would still be alive. It'd still be a haunted room with all that energy. I heard from a podcast that the Marilyn Monroe film wasn't a great representation of her. Right. No idea. I like Ana de Armas, if I'm saying her name right, but that doesn't mean that they nailed that scene.
I have no idea.
Or nailed that film. I don't know either.
I didn't know her.
And if I saw it, I still wouldn't know.
Right. I didn't know her.
I'm not a historian of Marilyn Monroe.
No. I know she stepped on that grate that one time.
That one time. A long time ago.
And then she realized not to do that again because her skirt went up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't wear skirts.
Which ones do you think are the most believable, give the most credit to besides the Maryland one? Is that it?
I think they're all plausible, but
yeah,
Do you mean how limestone can hold on to residual energy?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Isn't that what Ethan used to talk about with water?
Mm-hmm.
Water holds memory.
Mm-hmm. Similar idea.
Drinking memory. Unless you use Purina filter. It gets rid of memories.
Yes.
That's all anyone know, and that the government caused her passing.
Yeah.
And that was about the JFK thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw an article on Facebook that was talking about how intensive they did the scene of, like, him forcing himself on her.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and she's had some racy stuff in the past, so I'm sure she was fine for going all out with that, which is totally fine as an actress or an actor. But I saw more articles about that scene of the film more than the film itself.
Who played JFK in that?
No idea.
Really?
The only person I know from the entire movie is Anna
Anna
Darmus.
Darmus.
And not that I don't know anyone else in it. That's just the only name that I knew of it. I need to watch that Megan movie.
Oh.
I actually have it
Stefan
up.
actually liked it a lot.
I have it up right now. I just haven't had the time.
I was hoping Ashley would pop in here to talk about. She had a theory. She had a bunch of stuff she wanted to talk about. Cursed games. But guess she's MIA again. That's okay.
Maybe she just doesn't like you.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe it's me. Maybe she wants to have a DM. 200% it was love if it was anyone. Very ironic. Iconic, not ironic. Yes. We have more recorded after this, so you can only imagine what kind of craziness is going to come out, and I can't wait on this excellent Tuesday.
I assume you've not seen Last of Us yet.
No.
Oh my God.
I heard season 3, episode 3 was excellent.
It was the most beautiful love story I've ever seen.
Did you cry?
A little bit.
Yeah. I haven't seen episode 1, 2, 3, or beat the game.
Well, you've beat the game?
I've owned the game since 2013, haven't beat it.
I loved episode 3. I loved episode 2. And I loved episode 1. I'm a big fan of the show. I'm a big fan of the game.
I still got to finish Wednesday. I still got to watch.
I was told to watch that. You're being told again by me.
You know what's crazy? So, I watched
right now.
Yeah, I watched a movie in 2012, and it was horrifying. And I just recently saw an article about it, and then when I was searching Megan on my website to watch it,
yeah,
the movie came up. So it's been like full circle. Have I told you, or we live together? Did I tell you about watching the movie Megan is Missing?
It sounds familiar.
It is so disturbing. It's basically about online predators.
Oh.
And this online predator kidnaps these two 14-year-old girls, and it just like sparks this fear of like you can't trust anyone, bad things can happen. But it's spoilers, like cover your ears, don't listen. I'm gonna tell Charlie how it ends.
Okay.
So if you ever have any interest in watching this movie, don't do it. Brutal scene. So okay, there's two girls that are missing, right? One friend went missing earlier.
One is Megan.
And one's been that's not her.
Oh.
But, and then so one girl, her friend went missing, and then she got kidnapped by the same guy. So he was like, I'm gonna let you go if you promise not to say anything. And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
He's like, I just need you to get in this barrel so that I can take you somewhere, and they won't, you won't know where we're going.
She's like, stop the cat.
But they open the barrel, and her friend's dead, decaying body's in there. He shoves her in there. Literally, the last 15 minutes of the movie is a still shot of him digging a hole, and it's just like a still shot for like 10 minutes, and I'm just like, it leaves you with the grossest feeling. But then there's an article about it. And I was like, I haven't thought about that movie in like 10 years. And then I went to search for Megan, and because it's called Megan, is like I saw it, and I was just like, I need to get this movie out of my head. It's just disturbing. Like it wasn't
never.
But anyway,
she should have put him in the barrel.
Yeah, that she should have. If she would have hit the triangle reverse button.
Yeah,
it flipped him in it. Next time,
I would consider doing my Kurt Cobain thing as a Patreon. I don't know. Maybe.
I think Charlie should do the elevator game.
What?
For Patreon.
What?
Walkie-talkie. If the woman walks in on the second floor, go caw, caw, and I'll come in and try and get on the elevator.
On the 5th floor.
Listen.
I still think I know the order. You go ahead.
I wouldn't be able to tell you if you were right because it's not in front of me. Imagine this scenario. All right, there's an elevator.
All right.
And I'm outside and I have my walkie-talkie. I'm also on my phone. Cavs are probably playing. I apologize.
Probably.
And I'm anticipating you not messaging me. So you're on your walkie-talkie and you're like, I went here. I'm like, cool. And you went here. I'm like, hey, Donovan Mitchell's hit a 3. You're like, cool. So you go here, and you get on the second floor and she walks in Fifth floor. And you're just like, oh my god. I'm like, what? And you're like, she got on. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, do you want me to come in, or are you going to try and see this through? And you're like, no, man, I can't do it. I'm freaking out. I need you to come in here. I'm like, okay. And I go in there, and I saw the game up, obviously.
Yeah.
And I hit the button. The elevator comes down. It's empty. And I'm like, dude, where are you? And you're like, I'm on the elevator. I'm like, I'm looking at the elevator. You're not in here.
What if there's more than one elevator?
No, well, I should have set that up. But if I would have set that up, I think it would have gave it away. But you know how trippy though? You'd already be in a new dimension, man.
Yeah.
Already a new dimension.
What if you answer like you want me to come in, and then I don't answer, but a woman voice says
no.
A woman voice says no.
Sorry, bro. I throw that walkie-talkie like it's a grenade.
That's fair.
Say magic.
Podcast is over.
Yeah.
Ben, you're up.
Like chalk it up to an L, right there. Sorry, bro.
That's the novel.
That's the novel. Yeah.
It'd be a lot more patrons before I do that.
Yeah, like a couple more.
Couple more.
We'll find you a nice elevator.
All right. Well, I think that we can probably wrap it up on that.
Yep. On that note, go play the elevator game. Let us know what happens. Go Cavs. Last time I checked, they were winning barely. Could be changing. But anyway, thank you everybody so much for hanging out with us and listening. Stay tuned for next week's episode. Try and get some sleep. I'm gonna try and get some sleep. You gonna try and get some sleep?
No.
You gonna try and dream?
No.
You gonna have some dreams?
I'm gonna stay up until Thursday.
Tuesday.
Oh God.
I think you commit.
Okay.
All the way.
All right.
He's not even gonna leave. He's gonna sit right here.
Yeah.
I'll bring you some soup, some water.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So he'll be here. I'll be here, and we'll catch you next Tuesday.